Man, that light's bad. That's a little better. I remember that light being so bad last time. Hey, Gary, how we doing? We're going to work on figuring this out here.
Hey, Gary, how we doing?
Whoa.
We're going to work on figuring this out here.
Hey, Gary, how we doing? There we go. Sounds off. PA, Frank. Yeah, Frank ain't seen you all on here, bud. Still trying to work on positioning this so we don't get a terrible, terrible glare. Might just happen. Well, that is bright, isn't it? Frank, been busy? Oh, I know that feeling. I know how that goes. I'm just now trying to recover from being on a roof for 2 days last weekend. Blakely's, what's up? Dredger, how we doing? Been a while since I've seen you too, Dredger. Ooh, I got an idea. Bear with me. How's that? A little better? Yeah, Frank, I'll tell you what. I'm to a point now I need to quit. Matter of fact, the guy I used to roof with, he finally called it in this year. He said he's done. We've been saying we were done roofing now for the last, oh shoot, I don't even know how many. Probably the last 10 roofs we said we're done. We're not doing any more roofs. We're done. And yet, every single time someone pops up, a family friend or someone needs one, it's like, one more? All right. And now it's just, this year, we said we're done, and I had a buddy at work, his mom needed a roof, so I called him up, said, hey, one more, and he goes, no, I am done. Smart man. I wish I could say that, but hard for me to walk away from good money. That's one thing that's good about it. I'll tell you what, Gary, I'm getting pumped up. I did a little bit of workout in the shop last couple days, kind of cleaning up my dog proofs, checking on my 220s, trying to get kind of an inventory of what I got so I'd figure out if I need anything for the NTA or not. And I'll be going to the NTA, and I really don't think I'm going to need anything this year, which is shocking. Really shocking. Oh, awesome, Dredger. That's awesome, bud. Wife got a new job. Hopefully mine won't here before too long. Not enough for me to quit mine, but hopefully she gets something. Oh, nice, PA. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. Oh, man. The NTA. So I leave for the NTA a week from this coming Monday at about 2 in the morning. No, not Monday morning, it'd be Tuesday morning, 2 in the morning. So hopefully get there about Tuesday at 2, maybe 3 in the afternoon. Kind of scout out the grounds, get a feel for it. I hope most of the vendors set up all day Wednesday because they'll be backed in like Oh, it'll be like harvest season and all these semis trying to get into the co-op. It's going to be backed up for a while. I think there's 118 vendors last I knew, so there's a few of them, like up at Allen's, at Funky Trap Tags. He comes with a lot of stuff, a lot of gear, and it takes him a little while to get unloaded, so. Oh boy, I trapped the cat in here. Hold on. Ugh. That'd be fun, PA. That'll be fun. Hey, Tina, how we doing? Internet vet, what's up, buddy? I still got to pull your order out of the hoodies and stuff yet. I got you wrote down though, so you're first on my list. But I haven't forgot about you. Yeah, Blakely's NTA is gonna be fun. It's gonna be hot, but it's gonna be a good time. It's well worth it. Vet, I just need to send you like 50 shirts and hoodies, and you can just sell them out there on the coast for me. Dan, how we doing? Every time I see your name pop up, I think 5X Coon. I haven't forgot about you, buddy. It's just going to be a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm working at my buddy that's starting a tannery every Monday, so that's pretty fun. I love the flesh fur, and he hates doing it, so it works out well. Thanks, Vet. Appreciate it. I like my wife's design on it. She did pretty good on this. I was pretty impressed. Thinking I might start coming out with something new next year. Just something a different option. I actually the gray hoodies and shirts that I just got was completely random. I went there. There was a discrepancy with the XL green hoodies. They couldn't get it in the heathered, so they had to get it in this color. And so I went there, and I just so happened to see the heathered gray, and I'm like, ooh, those look nice. Let's get a few of them. So we did some of that, and I got a few window decals coming too, and it's pretty cool. So, Vet, you didn't have to do that, buddy, but I appreciate it, because gas ain't gonna be cheap going out there. That's for sure. I think gas is holding a lot of people back. And I don't blame them. You know, it's pretty ridiculous, but hopefully there's still a decent show. Hopefully there's still a few people who want to watch a coon demo. So kind of hoping for that too. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to after that. PA, you didn't have to do that, buddy. But I appreciate the support, buddy. That's gonna be kind of cool seeing you get that mower going out there trapping. That'd be awesome. Oh yeah, Dan. I should. If I had them organized, because I still got a few 5XL coon finished in the freezer to take to my big tannery shipment that I'm doing here in a couple weeks. But a 5X, I mean, it's just. Boy, that turkey's going. Oh. Yeah, my turkey's losing his mind. But yeah, that 5XL coon, I mean, 38 inches from nose to base of tail. I mean, a lot of people don't quite realize how tall that is, but I mean, that means the base of its tail's over my belly button high. So they're big. They're big. I think going forward, I've been thinking about it too. I might start just selling tan fur next year. Save all my big 4 and 5XL coon. Dan, you kind of opened my eyes to it that some of them guys down south, they don't have those big, really heavy coon, and maybe it look good on a man cave or a man shed to have a nice big 3, 4, 5 XL coon hanging there. So we're gonna be getting a lot of stuff tan this year, and probably even more next year, just for wall hangers, and hopefully start doing some garments here before long. YouTube don't let you super chat, really, PA? I'll tell you what, buddy. As much as I support it, you just save your money, big guy. Save it for trapping for yourself. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do this year, buddy. It's gonna be fun. I'll tell you what, season is completely creeping up on us. I mean, we are August 6th will be 3 months. So we're about less than 3.5 months away from season. That is crazy. That is just crazy. Wow, I gotta get my button gear. Man, Dan, that is crazy. Another thing too, so I had yesterday off, and for whatever reason, in the 2 nights that I missed driving to work, that when I got off work Thursday night and Friday night, the raccoon, whatever's going on, but mom raccoon is taking her pups out looking for food. I think they're just now starting to get that. She's taking them out and she's looking for food and stuff to eat. There was like 37 dead raccoon on my trip from my house to work. 28 miles roughly, somewhere around that. About 30 minutes is what I call it. But there just be 2 to 5 dead in one spot. Another 2. Here's another 3. It's just crazy. It is just absolutely amazing at how dense the population is. And I trap this highway the same year, same time, same way every single year. It varies a little bit where I set with crop rotations, but we got corn tasseling already. It is just insane. Blakely's, thanks for bringing that up. Honestly, I probably wasn't without a skinner, especially with my wife being gone. And it's just being my daughter for like the first 10 to 12 days of season. I was really nervous what was going to happen, but I actually got the announcement here. I called him 3 or 4 days ago, and he told me he will be available to help me skin this year. Phenomenal news. That means I can hit it hard and really get after him again. Oh, cool, Brad. How'd they turn out? I know Sleepy Creek does a lot of those bears. They look pretty awesome. Oh yeah, Gary, absolutely. Our landowners love trappers as long as it's not during deer season, and that makes it kind of tough because that gives you 20 days at the middle to end of January to trap, and unless you get a warm spell, all the coon are done moving by then. The boars are running fairly decent, still, looking for sows, but really the good heavy days of numbers isn't there anymore. So. Wow, Dredger, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, roadkill badger right now here would probably be fully cooked in about an hour and a half. It's pretty hot. Really, Jimmy, that's awesome. They are cool to see. I've had the privilege to see that before, where you got mom and they're all single file, and you'll have for 3 to 6 little ones just following her right down the side of the road or something. I think it's kind of no wonder they all get hit on the road. You get mama hit, and the whole litter is going to get wiped out because they'll just sit there. Pretty sad deal, really. I love the trap stuff, but I don't like seeing things just die for no reason. But there you go, PA. Absolutely. What all you plan on getting this year, buddy? That's awesome, Brad. That's awesome. Yeah, the that is something that's pretty huge right now, and that's something I do want to discuss a little bit too. Uh, we're always under attack by the antis. We're always being attacked and pushed around. One of the places that's kind of recognizing the importance of trappers is Delta waterfowl. Uh, they actually host a couple competition hunts down um, in the southern and central part of Iowa, uh, just to thin out the predators. They've realized that the skunks, raccoon, and such, they're nest robbers and they're robbing their eggs. And they are on board with supporting trappers. And this wasn't my idea, but I'm going to poach it from somebody else. I can't think who posted it on online that I saw, but they said we need to get pheasants forever, Delta, Ducks Unlimited, the Turkey Federation, all of these guys that really rely on trappers to help, make sure that those eggs are able to hatch and the brood make it. They need trappers. We need to get them on board with us. If we can all mesh as one, as a big group, I mean, it's a lot more intimidating to take on every outdoor association, here in Iowa versus just, say, the Iowa Trapper Association or the NTA. If all our outdoor groups can combine and not necessarily share resources, as in like finances, but just back each other, show a presence when one of us is attacked, that would do some phenomenal things. Glad to see that Delta Waterfowl is on board with it. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Hopefully we can. I'm actually thinking about reaching out to them, trying to figure out the president, if there is just a whole Iowa chapter, not just a county or district director, but reach out to the Iowa, director of Pheasants Forever and the Wild Turkey Federation, stuff like that. Say, hey, let's get all the heads of you guys in this organization. Let's get together and let's discuss how can we help each other? How can we promote each other? How can we protect each other? I think that would be our best bet of survival. And I mean, that's just not just here in Iowa, just across the country. It'd be a good idea. Really, Frank, saw a roadkill porcupine? Sorry, guys, I got carried away there. Matthew, what's up, bud? Okay, Brad. Yeah, Frank, there you go. There's another one. I'm not familiar with every. I'm sure I'm missing some. Even if we could get the predator hunters, there's a big kind of rivalry between trappers and like houndsmen, and I get it. But if we could find a way to work with them, because the predator hunters are being attacked probably just as much as the trappers are, if not more. And it'd just be good to get all these associations together and back each other. Say, hey, you start messing with one of us, we're all here. That would just go huge. Dan, so there's been talk of that here in Iowa, of getting a bounty program. Me personally, I'm against it, um, strictly for a couple reasons. One, you're going to get people that are going to go out there, and most of the time you turn in a tail. They're going to kill a raccoon, cut the tail off, and leave it. And I get, to some people that may be okay, but I don't like that. There's going to be all these carcasses in the ditch, just laying around everywhere. You're going to get people that are up to no good, going out more spotlighting, even this time of year. You'll get people, I think, even going out there and just catching a raccoon, cutting the tail off, and letting it go. I think it'd bring out a lot of negative publicity about trappers, because you're going to get people that either very inexperienced or are kind of the ones that give trappers a bad name anyway, going out there and trying to make a quick, $100 that night. But that's just my opinion. Everyone has them. Logan, how we doing? See, Dan, around here they wouldn't, just like South Dakota did. It's a tail. You turn in the tail, and I think that's what I would probably end up doing if they went that route too. They wouldn't actually keep the fur. You wouldn't even have to skin it necessarily. And I don't like that. But that's me. Everyone has their own ideas and opinions. It's gonna be about 9 hours from here to Lima, so it's gonna be quite the drive heading out there with Justin the A&J skinning machines. He actually went out and got a nice new enclosed trailer for this trip, so I'm gonna feel like royalty riding with him. I have a few shirts and such with me to bring out there too, so other than that, just walk around, meet people, look at deals. That's gonna be the thing probably that really gets me excited for trapping season. And anyone that's done this before, gone to a convention, as soon as you walk up to a building and step inside and that smell of bait and lure hits you, oh man, it's exciting. I love that. I love that. Yeah, Dan, and that's just something I would want to avoid. I don't like that. Yeah, Frank, and I agree. The only problem is if you did that, you're gonna have to wait until closer to season. Otherwise, if you like, I think South Dakota opens up. Help me out here, guys. Like June or July. I could be wrong, but if you did that now, I mean, if you were to go kill a raccoon now, it's rotten in 3 hours. I mean, it's rotten. I mean, we're 92, 93 degrees all next week at least. Ben, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, Blakely's. I'm hoping it will be, but I get it. I don't blame you for not going. That gas is going to be rough. Oh, it's May till July 1st, Jimmy. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you reaching out there. Um, Let me ask you this. So, do you have issues with carcasses laying around or anything like that? Please help me out here because I do want to know what kind of success you guys have had with the program, pros and cons. Please feel free to share anything. Hey, Dale. How we doing, buddy? You're going to the NTA, I do believe, aren't you, Dale? I mean, I've gone to a point now. I'm looking up maps online, figuring out where the vendors are going to be, things like that. So, oh, you're not going to it, Dale? That's too bad, buddy. That's too bad. Maybe I misheard you, but last I thought you said you were, but I wasn't sure. Maybe it was the ITA one because that's a lot closer to home for you. Maybe that's what I heard. Ben, that would be a good question for Dale, actually. Um, I've heard of people pre-baiting raccoon, uh, especially like down south. They got those big feeders and such. Um, but I don't know about necessarily like dirt holes and things like that. Uh, I've actually heard of people pre-baiting live traps before. Uh, just put in some kind of food that they like, whatever your bait is, a choice for a couple, 2, 3 weeks beforehand, and it's just like a sure thing instantly. So, okay, I got you, Frank. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Frank, you're down there in kind of the oh, where is it? Is it Texas or Oklahoma? It has kind of a lot of those no, I call them the dead pits, where big cattle country. Seems like people get a lot of coyotes out of that. See, and Dan, that I think it would be good for someone like you that utilizes the whole thing. Uh, but personally, I guess I just have a problem. I won't say I have a problem with someone doing it, but I could never just cut something off an animal and throw the whole thing away. Um, Especially now, knowing the resources that I know off of some of these, uh, it would be really hard for me to do that. I don't know, it's just not who I am. Yeah, yeah, that's true, Brad. Especially for raccoon. I mean, it is. Oh, heck, even where you're at, Brad, you're even more corn and beans than I am. But I would say probably on average, our state is covered. Oh, Dale, Brad, what would you say? 80, 85% in row crops. Maybe not that high because there's spots down in southern Iowa that's not nearly as bad. I'll bet probably 70% all row crops. Every acre, 70% row crops here in Iowa is my guess. I got you, Frank. Huh, Ryan, that's interesting. 5 gallon bucket with holes in it with dog food. Yeah, kind of like a little feeder for them that they'd actually have to work at. That's interesting. Huh. Ben, before you take any advice here, though, make sure what any pre-baiting is legal. I can't say I know of anything that's illegal about it in many states, but double check your laws, buddy. I don't want you getting a pinch. There you go, Dan. I like that. That's just insane. Man, Frank, that's crazy. What kind of coon do you have down in Oklahoma? Yeah, Blakely. So after last year, I'm still embarrassed to even admit it, but we didn't even catch a coyote last year. I had big plans, wait till later in the season. I was going to wait till we get some snow, find all those hot trails once we get some snow that stuck to the ground, and just hammer them. And it did not work out that way. Between my work schedule and when we got snow and good weather for it, it did not work out well. So this year, right out of the gate, right alongside my 220s and DPs, we're going to be snaring coyotes, hopefully. Nothing crazy, but if I could get a dozen of them, I'd be pretty happy. Welcome back, PA. Really, Jimmy? Okay. So they're in South Dakota, all the roadkill, they're having their tails cut off to turn in, which isn't legal. Mostly farmers cage trapping them out of their yards, which they would be doing without the bounty. True. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Hey, Bill, how we doing, buddy? Ben, I'm not a huge coyote trapper, as you just said there, but I won't make a set without putting two in if I do. That's if I'm using footholds, but most of my coyotes trapping would be in the road right of ways alongside my 220s and footholds, or DPs, I should say. Um, so I wouldn't go to an area without putting less than two. 2 to 3 is kind of my ideal. Oh, Otter Cat had to go there. How many did you catch 2 years ago, huh? I think I had 9 in 4 days, which is pretty awesome for me. That's really amazing for me. So that was my best season, I think, too. Oh yeah, Dan. Yeah, Google Earth can really help you out. Yeah, Bill, we did one on Saturday. Wife's out with one of her friends at the bar, and um, my daughter went to bed here about 45 minutes ago now, and my boy is upstairs on his computer. So I thought, you know what, let's just see what's going on tonight. Frank, that's good size. That's good size coon, bud. Uh, that's a big coon here for Iowa too. I mean, I won't downplay that at all. It's not a huge coon here, but that's still a pretty good coon. 25-pound coon, you're looking at about a 4x coon roughly. Um, I should figure that out this year. Kind of roughly what weight is what size when it's all fleshed out. Hey Mark, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, exactly, Blakely. It's exactly. No problem, Dale. You take care, bud. Bill, you got no sound? There's a little button on the side of your phone, bud. Hit it up. Everybody else has sound, right? Because they're actually responding to what I'm saying, so I'm assuming everybody else has sound. That's crazy, PA. I've had one double on coyotes in my life, so. Playing Chardays. Jimmy, that is amazing. That is a huge, huge raccoon. I think I've had a handful break 30. Um, a handful break 30. I keep hearing stuff, with that. Oh, we get 45, 50-pound coons. And it's like, I'm not going to say it's not true, but I'd like to see it, a real picture of it, or see it in person. Wow, Dan. Yeah, you do have smaller ones down there. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark. Roofing's tough. It's not. I'm ready to be done for the year, but sounds like I got a couple more lined up already. So, got to make money though. Oh, cool, OtterCat. So OtterCat's a lip reader. We just found that out, which is good. It makes up for his inability to catch mink too. So that's a good deal. Frank, yeah, I'd say our average isn't much above that. We're probably 18. Um, if I had time and had a smaller line, I'd weigh them all out and start keeping records. Uh, that'd be that'd be nice. Kind of figure out, I've often wondered, what's my ratio of boars to sows too. Um, I did notice this is kind of funny. I'm actually glad I got on this side. So there's been some times where I'll have a day where I'll catch 75, 80% boars, and it makes me think, is it coincidence or something going on? The very next day, 75, 80% sows. Was there something in the weather? Did something change this? What happened? I have no clue. I don't know if it's just coincidence, but I've seen it many times. Uh, it's just interesting. Oh, I'll bet, Jimmy. I'll bet that's huge. Put a pitch on a flat roof. No, that's cool, PA. I don't know if some of you guys saw it. I had that one location. Was it 50? I think it was 57. 57 pounds in two raccoon at one stop. 29 and 27, I believe. Maybe it was a 30 and a 29. I'd have to go back through YouTube and look at it now. I can't remember what it was, but that was some pigs, and that was tough climbing up that little bank with, you know, the the gun and the bait and everything else. That was tough. Really, AutoCat. That's just crazy. It makes me really appreciate what we got. Um, especially some of these other guys that like Dan here who said what 14 was a big one. Uh, Yeah, it makes me very thankful for the opportunity I have with the size and population of raccoons I have. I keep saying this a lot, but I'm in raccoon capital of the world. I really am. I mean, I do not know of anywhere else in the country that has a better raccoon population than maybe about 60 miles from here. Might be slightly better than where I'm at right now. And that's why I'm able to do what I do. I mean, literally, I was outside in the front porch the other night, and three of them walked across my neighbor's yard. Well, his building site that he's got now, but it's just, I mean, they're everywhere here. Everywhere. Really, Ben, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, PA, the only thing I'll do now is flat roofs. The little steep ones are just too much for me. That's cool, Dan. That's cool. Huh, Matthew, that's interesting. I've never heard of that. That's really cool. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, Jimmy, and that's makes you think. You know what? Is it your bait or lure choice, or is it just the time of year, the weather pattern? What's making it that way? Oh, otter cat. Man, if you were closer. I mean, yeah, I've even got trails popping now going to corn. It's just insane. Really, Frank. So that's kind of interesting. When I first started getting fairly big into raccoon trapping, um, I thought, oh, full moon, that's going to be great. These things can see good. They're going to be traveling. Completely wrong. I had the worst catches on full moon. Uh, 4 years ago now, I think. Opening day had this like light rain, more than a mist, but not a hard rain either. I'm like, oh, tomorrow's gonna suck. Catch is gonna be terrible. And we caught like 132 or 134 coon. Completely blew me away. I didn't think that was gonna be possible. It was amazing. And I started learning like weather patterns, what makes things move, and that's when I really started paying attention to it. Oh yeah, Pia. I've only done shingles. That's what I do. I do shingles. I mean, 412 to a 612 is about all I'll do anymore. But I've never done an actual flat roof. Man, that's crazy, Blakely's. Ben's right. Yeah, Mark. Yeah. Okay, Matthew. That makes sense then. Yeah, Dan. That's what ours look like too. Oh, I'll bet they would, Mark, for sure. For sure. Brad, what are you talking about? Brad's gotten into the sauce. Ah, yeah, Brad's the big Batman. I actually got a couple nuisance calls today, finally. Oh, cool, Uncle Bucks. That's awesome. Only 15 minutes away. That's convenient. You can't beat that at all. That's awesome, Ben. Those young pups, they're going to be kind of young and dumb. That's your best opportunity to catch some coyotes right there. Yeah, I got a nuisance call. One of them, I actually trapped, oh, shoot, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. A farmer has an open grain wagon full of corn in his shop, which is an open, um, Morton building, basically. And he goes, I got raccoons coming and eating my corn out of the wagon. And from the wagon in the shop, you could just see a beat down trail all the way out through his pasture, mud trail through the grass and everything. And I took like 35 or 36 coon out of there in 4 days, something like that. It was insane. No, Brad. No, I'm not doing that. Nope. Nope. I'm too fat for that and I don't bounce well, so I'll leave that for you athletic, thinner, older people. You've been staying pretty busy, Brad? Yeah, Dan. Yeah, no, I don't. I think I've walked on a 7-12, but my old house was a 12-12, so I don't mess with that at all. No, Ben. Everything out of season here for my animal damage control license has to be dispatched and disposed of. Even if we were able to, there's nothing worth anything on them to keep. Um, it's just, yeah, it's just a nuisance thing. And the fur is junk, absolute junk. Talented outdoors, how we doing, bud? Just sitting here having a nice drink and kind of psyching myself up for the NTA. I'm looking forward to this. That's really my thing, to just going in there and seeing all those like-minded people, all those smells in the air of a trapping convention, all the deals going everywhere. It's just, I'm a kid in a candy store. Uh, just won't be buying much this year. I'm gonna get a new fleshing beam, maybe even two of them. So one I can take over to the tannery that I'm working at and leave there. Uh, Other than that, maybe a few odds and ends. About it. No, Ben. Nope. Absolutely nothing. Can't keep a single thing. Yeah, that's tough, Brad. That's tough. Trying to find that fine line of balancing family life and working. And that's kind of why I don't promote my animal damage control business. My wife does school every night from basically 5 to 9. I don't get home till about 5:30. So I don't have time to really do anything because I got the kids until basically they go to bed every night. At least most nights, not every night, but throughout the week. So, when I work 7 to 5 and I'm home till 9, not much time to really do anything as far as animal damage control goes. So even if I do have that day off, to go set something, I still have to check it, for a few days, and it just doesn't work out. Otter. I didn't know I was making them. That's interesting. I've heard of them, Dan. I can't say I've given an honest opinion, but I've looked at them and just played with the knife on one. I didn't really care for it, um, but I didn't give it a fair shake either. Oh, cool, Ben. I had a hell of a deal. Was it 4 years ago? First day of the Iowa Trapper Convention. I walked in as soon as they opened the doors, and I remember it was Cumberland's, had a tote. It was 220s, and they were new enough. They had the new rust. You know what I'm talking about? That rust where you put traps out to intentionally rust them to take dye. That really, really light colored rust. Nothing pitting. I mean, these things probably 2 weeks ago were thrown outside in the rain, and that's how they were. $4 a piece, and I bought every single one of them he had. Uh, it was a hell of a deal. Matter of fact, there's another guy there that was looking at them and contemplating them when I bought them, and he offered me $6 a piece for them. I told him no. Oh, I'll bet, Jimmy. I'll bet. Yeah, those feedlots would be good down there. It doesn't look like I'm going to be going on a trip on our opening day here in Iowa. Probably just stick close to home, especially with my wife and son leaving. Might just be best I stick around home. That's all right. Hopefully, I get another opportunity at it down the road. We'll see. You know, I'm not dismissing it yet, but not looking quite so good. Ben, I don't wax or, well, I do dye. All my dog proofs and 220s and my footholds I do have. I use Formula One now. I like that a lot better than anything else I found. And that's it too. That's all I do. It kind of seals them at the same time. The only thing I actually would use wax on at all, which was I use Zepp's floor wax, which is basically Full Metal Jacket, is what it is. I do use that on my snares, and I'm gonna make a video this year comparing an unwaxed snare with that Full Metal Jacket to one with it. It is night and day difference of the speed. It is just crazy. Hey Eric, how we doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. Yes, Mark, they do have the dates out. I can't think of offhand, but Iowa State Convention is always the weekend after Labor Day weekend. So, if Labor Day is, I don't know, say the 5th, it's the Friday, Saturday after. So it would be the, what, 9th, 10th, something like that. It's always the weekend after Labor Day, which is always tough for me because I want to take the whole week off, but holiday week working in the food industry is always busy. So kind of frustrating. Oh, Dan, I don't have much of an issue with them grabbing fur at all. If anything, right where the lock is, I might pull out, I don't know, 8 or 10 hairs when I take the snare off the coyote, but that's it. Yeah, Talented Outdoors, it's a long trip, bud, but I'll tell you what, it'd be worth it. It's going to be fun. I think Justin's driving like 12 hours, and then he's picking me up along the way, which is kind of out of his way, but that's all right. Kansas might be extending their season. That'd be all right. Trapping Bros, how we doing? Ruger's in the house. How we doing, fellas? What's going on? Oh, trapping season dates, Mark. Iowa trapping season always starts on the first Saturday of November. So last year it was the 7th. So I believe this year it should be November 6th. I don't have a calendar in front of me other than on my phone here. So, but yeah, it should be the 6th. Once I piece out a skunk, Ben, I'm taking the skulls. Skunk skulls are in high demand right now. The fat, the essence itself, really good money. the essence pod, the fat off of the raccoon carcass itself. The fur is really valuable right now. And this year I'm looking into more of a claw market for them too. That's going to be on the ones that I don't skin with the feet on, which is something I'm looking at doing. Uh, yeah, there's some stuff there, but I mean, there's some good money in it. Yeah, Ruger, I get that. It's getting warm out. Trapping bros, we're getting by. We're getting by, bud. Just getting ready for season. I'm starting to get the itch. Did a little work in the shop the other day. Started playing with traps, and it's just the wheels are starting to turn more. We've got our corn is up now fully. It's tasseling already, which has got me, now I'm looking. It's just become second nature for me driving down any road. I'm looking for that timber in the corn, timber corn. And it's just like I don't even have to be looking for it. It's just my eyes kind of just, yep, there it is. Like that's gonna be a good spot. This low spot. There's a culvert there. There's a power pole. There's a fence line. And it's just like I need to have my GPS on me 24/7 and just start clicking that button. Ben, it's the 5th this year? Okay. Matthew, he can rattle off. No, hey, I know my wife's birthday. I know my wife's birthday. And our anniversary, which is coming up here. Our anniversary is in, what's the date today? 16th? My anniversary is in 8 days. So, trying to figure out what we're going to do for that yet. Because every time I ask her, she's like, I don't care. Well, no, you do. And I want to do something, especially since I'm going to leave the week after. But I don't want to do the wrong thing and her not like it. So, it's kind of like when you ask him, like, what do you want to eat? I don't care. How's McDonald's? No, I don't want that. You just said you didn't care. Yeah, you do. That's like with me. Like when we go out to eat, I'll let her pick food because I will literally eat anything. If you said we're going to some place where they just throw a burger on the ground and in the hot sun and cook it, okay, whatever. I don't care. Oh, Jonathan, how we doing? So you're going to the DNR convention. Um, well, it's not really a convention. It is a introductory course for trapping. Um, boy, I'll tell you what. Send me an email, Iowa Trapper, the number 2 at Gmail. Uh, Iowa Trapper, the number 2 at Gmail. The guy that's hosting this and in charge of everything on the DNR side of it, he had surgery this week, so he's out for a week. But he's the one that's reporting to me. This is kind of what you got going on. This is how many people are attending. So this is how much food I need to bring. Uh, he's the one doing all that for me. And he's out for a week. So I wouldn't be able to tell you right away. But definitely reach out to me and I'll be willing to help you out any way I can. That's pretty cool. I'm heading back down to my hometown of Knoxville to kind of help put on a trapper's course. I'm glad you brought that up because I want to talk about that. The Iowa DNR is putting on 7 basically trapper ed classes this year. Not a mandatory thing, but just to reach out to people that are new to trapping or interested in trapping at all. Good for father, son, mother, daughter, a 40-year-old man that wants to learn that's never seen it before. Anybody's welcome to this that's wanting to learn trapping. So if you're in Iowa and for some reason on here just interested in trapping, check it out. It's pretty cool. Now, Ruger, I don't think that excite her really. I kind of have to go above and beyond. Ben, you talking about me? I'm getting some curls going on, but that's all right. Oh, Dan, I've always got my E-Trex with me, but it's never on. I don't have it on all the time. Ruger, I'm kind of curious where you're at, buddy. That's interesting. You know my hometown so well. Yeah, fishing triggers. It's coming up, buddy. It's coming up. Yeah, Jonathan, absolutely. Go ahead if you don't mind and feel comfortable with it. Tell me about yourself. What got you thinking about this? What you got in trapping? I'm kind of curious on your story, buddy. Ben, I run pretty much strictly Dukes now. Timbo, how we doing? Boy, everybody's jumping in the chat. How we doing, guys? Different Knoxville water cap. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It'd be good. Go back to my hometown. I used to do some trapping around there too. Only about an hour from me now, so uh, be a good time. I really hope we can get some people signed up for these DNR classes here in Iowa. Um, I can't tell you guys how much that I'm really starting to push the fact that we as trappers got to start reaching out to other people. And this is the thing that I'm going to stress even the most. We need to reach out to kids, youth, anyone interested in trapping. They don't even have to become a trapper, but understand the importance of why we do it. That's what needs to happen. If I take 100 kids trapping or 100 people trapping and one of them traps, but the other 99 understand the principles and why we do it, this is a huge success. That is awesome. That's exactly what we need. Sure, I want to see more people out there trapping, and that's great, but fact is, not everyone's going to want, especially with the fur prices so low, not everyone's going to go out there and want to trap. So, but if we can get people educated on the importance of why we do it, that's what we need to focus on. That's what we need to turn our attention on. Oh, Timbo. That's awesome. I'm real good friends with Ben up there. He's a pretty good dude. He's doing a hell of a big addition up there too. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Chet, what's up, buddy? Boy, going from Kansas, Sleepy Creek, you must be going with quite a truckload there, Timbo. I'll be bringing him about 120 skins here before too long. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, Timbo. I mean, he does awesome. Ben. I look up to Ben a lot, and I won't go into too much detail because he's told me some stuff. But just what I idolize in him is he started off tanning stuff on the side many years ago. Got big enough till he finally took that leap to doing it full time. And for me, I'm always someone in that sense wants to play it safe. I have a family to take care of. I can't risk putting their lives in jeopardy, like financially or anything else. But he took that leap. I think he was single at the time still, and now he's developed a very successful business. He just hired 3 more people, I think, so he's up to 7, maybe 8 now. Pretty amazing, and he's thriving, and he puts out a great product. And he's just a great person. Just he'll talk trapping. He's a trapper himself. A bunch of his employees trap. I mean, so he's fur all the way around. Pretty amazing guy. Oh, okay, Ruger. Okay. Nicholas Green Outdoors. Oh, I hope you make it, buddy. Love to meet you. I'll be there with A&J Skinning Machines. Kind of I'll have a few shirts and hoodies available at his booth, but I'm riding over there with him. That's funny, Ruger. Oh, I'm sure, Timbo. I'm sure. Kansas outdoorsman, how we doing? Exactly, talented. Oh, Ruger, you don't have to do that. Ben, I'm using pull only. That's what the Dukes are. I like pull only just because I don't want that push factor in there. I feel like that push factor could lead to more non-targets, and I'm really close to houses anyway, so I don't need any of that. Kansas, I can't weigh on that much because I've only caught a handful of bobcats in footholds or snares. Everything else I've caught has been in 220 in coon runs. Um, but hopefully someone else can. We got some bobcat trappers on here that can help you out with that. What I do know is curiosity killed the cat. Seems like they're not a very intelligent animal, honestly. Hey, Trapping with Jinx is on here. How we doing, buddy? He went to Ed Snyder's trapping school over there in Kansas here a while ago. That looked like a good time. Oh, Ben, everything loves skunk. Um, Coyote, bobcat, fox, uh, huge skunk smell. You could even catch. I won't say I would use this intentionally, but you'll catch coon, other skunks. There's plenty of things out there. Pretty much everything's attracted to skunk. I would call it the loudest natural odor out there. Um, Probably a close second though would probably be beaver caster or mink lands. Yeah, Ottercat answered that right there for you, Ben. I would try it up there. You know what? I'm actually thinking about going up to Alaska, bud. Uh, it won't be necessarily a hunting or trapping thing, but I've got some. My best friend lives up in Alaska, and we thought about doing it this year, but we'll probably wait till next year going up there and seeing him. Taking a week or two and just going up there and spending some time in Alaska. Jonathan, so my washers, I used to buy them at convention, and the bigger I got, I started going straight to Fastenal and buying them by the bulk. That bulk has drastically gone up when steel prices shot up. At one point, I was buying, it was like 404 washers for 30 bucks, 40 bucks, and now it's like 70 bucks. They've really shot up. Ruger, that'll probably never happen, buddy. I'll catch a few, but I by no means have the right or knowledge to tell people how to catch coyotes. So um, I'll stick to kind of what I'm good at, fairly good at, which is trapping raccoons. There's a lot of people far more far more talented than me at this, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like I have some people reach out to me and it's like, wow, that's like you must catch the most in Iowa. I'm like, no, you guys don't even understand. Back in the fur boom, me catching 1,000 would be, I would say I probably wouldn't even make the top 100. Uh, it's it's crazy the amount of knowledge and stuff when people are really trapping hard. What's out there? I know, Ruger. I have a bunch of people that ask me all the time, "You gonna catch any coyotes?" And it's like, I need to get better at it, and that's something that I do want to work on. Problem is, if I want to catch coyotes the way I want to, it's private land trapping. Get on good private ground and go out there and hunt and trap them. But I don't have that, and I can't get much of it because I'm in deer hunting capital of the world too, and everything's locked up, leased up. Can't touch it until January 10th when our deer seasons are done. Mark, he'll be at the ITA. I do know that. Very possible, Ben. Very possible. Yeah, I would love it. Alaska would be so cool. But I've never been on a plane. I've never flown in my life. My wife kind of calls me a hermit because I'm that guy that could never leave my county again and be all right with it. But oh, Ben, I'll get it probably opening day this year. So Ottercat's probably gonna be, I don't know, 2-3 weeks behind me, but that's all right. Awesome, Eric. Awesome. That's great, bud. Putting up jarred salmon today. That's awesome. You take care, bud. Thanks for stopping in. Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois. That's what Dale's going to be attending to. Yeah, Ruger, there's a lot of our terraces. You can stand on the bottom and without falling forward, you can touch it as high as you can reach. I mean, they're pretty aggressive. Dave, the ITA, it's always the weekend after Labor Day. So whatever Labor Day weekend is, it's that Friday and Saturday after the Monday of Labor Day. And this year it's in Washington, Iowa, which is kind of southeast-ish, I guess, maybe south central, I don't know, somewhere in that region. Kansas, we have some public land, but I'll tell you what, it gets hit so hard with deer hunters and everything else. It's literally, people are everywhere. I mean, you'll have 5-6 vehicles parked there during opening day deer season. It's crazy. Okay. I can't say anything. You'll probably still catch one before me. Finding mink poop along the creek and the rock piles. That's awesome, Dan. That is awesome. Southeastern Iowa, yeah. Boxy, how we doing? Jinx, you didn't have to do that, buddy, but I appreciate it because I will take all the gas money I can get. It's gonna be rough. Luckily, like I said, I'm splitting it with Justin at A&J Skinning Machines. He's heading out there and kind of detouring up to my place about, I don't know, 45 minutes out of his way, but I'll ride with him. We'll split the gas and probably save each one of us about $300 because that's going to be pretty pricey. Yeah, Jimmy, and that's the thing. Like, I'm a raccoon trapper, but the population is so high here that numbers are high, you know, and we have quite a few coyotes around here too. But like a really really good coyote day for a coyote trapper around here, like a really heavy coyote trapper that I know of in my area, might be 5. I've heard obviously of more with other guys, especially out west, but like they're not here. My best coyote day ever was 3, and I was running snares not many. It's probably about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Does all your terraces effery coon travel? Where are you talking, Ruger? Effery. I don't know that word. I'm hoping you mistyped. I'm just not stupid enough to not know it. Frank, yeah. Yeah, you're not going anywhere, buddy. Oh, oh no, not at all, Ruger. Those raccoons literally they'll follow that waterway right up the middle, hit that terrace, and go right over the top. Um, I was kind of nervous about, not nervous, but I'd wondered that before too. But at the same time, these waterways go to the road, which I'm trapping, and your big coon almost are always going over the road. Your smaller coon are going through the tube. I think it's more of a protection thing. I could be wrong on that, but that's my thoughts. I think it has a lot to do with that. I'm gonna grab another drink, fellas. I'll be right back. All right, what a miss. Oh yeah, Eric, you guys got everything up there. Really, Blakely? So we're still 445, I think. Yeah, Jinx, I get that. We yeah, we're mid 90s right now, so man, Frank, yeah, gas is just terrible, guys. And that's something I've got to factor in for this coming season as well. How hard am I going to push it? I'm going to push it as hard as I financially can. I plan for this. Hence, ooh, this was. I feel this one up pretty good. This one's pretty stout. But we I plan for this. I never like I won't. How to say it? I always plan ahead. Well, I always talk about doing my homework and planning ahead, figuring things out. That comes now. I'm doing these roof jobs on the side. I can take an extra couple $100 to save towards gas right now for that. Working extra days at work. Every one of them, I can put $20 towards gas. Things like that. I'm always doing that. So when season gets here, I'm not stressed about spending too much money on gas because I've got $1,500 or whatever I got saved up just for gas. That's important. Hey, Jonathan, I was just over in that area last night. We went to the Colfax rodeo last night. Oh, PA, that'd kill me off. That'd just kill me off. You're Kansas outdoorsman. You're 100% spot on. Uh, everyone's worried about it. If you still want to trap and want to do it, work your tail off so you can afford to do it. I mean, I don't know what else to tell people. Uh, there's several people that just call it quits and are done, and that's fine too if that's what you want to do. But if you want to do it, my advice is don't complain about it. Just find a way to make it happen. Kind of what I'm doing. Really, Eric? It was pretty good. A lot smaller than I thought it would be. Uh, they had a few bull riders there. I think they only had, they ride 5 bulls or something like that. So that's kind of disappointing, but it's still cool. First time my daughter had ever seen a rodeo, so 115, I'd die, Blake. There's no way. So something that did get brought to my attention here as we constantly battle for our trapping rights and such across the country. I hope every one of you is part of your state and national trapper convention association, I should say. Uh, they need all the money they can to fight for our rights, guys. Um, we've got to do something. We've got to start standing up and providing some kind of way for us to keep our trapping rights going. And currently, right now, the best way to do that is join our trapper association, as they're putting money towards, the I don't know the technical term for them, the legislatures or whatever up in the political world. Stuff that's way above me, but we've got to do that. I hope, talk to your state, get some kind of trapper education course going. I'd love to see like trapping courses in high school. That would be amazing. We've got to start doing a better job, guys. And there's so many people that's just giving up. I'm part of a chat group on the internet, and there's guys on there that are just like, "This, you're a fool for trapping. It's stupid. Give it up. It's a lost cause. Don't do it." Well, you're almost kind of part of the antis in that sense of you're not only done, but you're telling people to quit, and that's just not right. Oh, Jonathan, you were there? Oh, cool. We sat on the south side, kind of by the gate where they brought the tractor in. I better let my dog out. She's trying to get out. All right. Oh, cool, Mark. That'd be nice. Oh, yeah, Blakely's. That'd be cool. That's a good idea. Oh, hell, Blakely's. My EC bill, um, it wasn't terrible. It was only $510 this month, so I'm happy with that. That's cool, Kansas. That's cool. Way to get creative. Ruger were pretty much all electric, other than the furnace. The furnace is still on gas. Um, yeah, that's it. I take the back water heater. Water heaters, gas too. Those are the only two things. Sorry, I got some bug bites from the other night driving me crazy. Oh, Jimmy, I'll tell you what's crazy is, like, I see why so many people poach deer in Iowa. I've seen so many. I mean, a respectable deer here in Iowa is 150 class, but I've seen several 170 to 180s just standing 50 yards off the road while I go check a trap, come back out after dispatching the raccoon, and it's still standing there. They've got one thing on their mind that time of year, and it makes them pretty stupid. Then again, I was 18 once too, so. Oh, that ain't bad at all, Blakely's. I'd love that. Hey, Jinx, I appreciate it. Jinx, what are you gonna be doing any conventions this year? What's your plans, buddy? Oh shit, Reef's in here. We're in the chat now. What did Jinx? What do you think of that trapping deal with Ed Snyder? Kind of give us, your thoughts on it for people that might be on my page but not on yours. What did you think of that, and what was the experience? Would you recommend it? I spent quite a bit at fur takers, Jinx. Yeah. The most I've ever spent at a trapping convention was just over $5,000. And that was 10 years ago, 12 years ago now, right when I started getting hard in trapping coon. That was up there. Yeah, Jimmy, you're right. But we've all been there. We're all young once at least. Yeah, I'll tell you what, send me some of those crabs that you guys caught out there, and I'll adopt you myself. Reese got a pretty cool channel, guys. He's out there on the West Coast, always doing some fishing off the shore and catching crabs. It's pretty cool. That's awesome, Jinx. So you highly recommend Ed Snyder then? I've known him, not known him personally, but I've known of him for a while, and he seems like a very down to earth guy, very knowledgeable, and I'm really glad to see him on YouTube. A lot of these top trappers, the guys that put up real big numbers, don't really. I won't say don't get with the times, but everything's a secret, and they want to take bottle things up to their grave, and they don't want to help people because that's how it used to be. But a few of them now are reaching out and starting to understand the importance of passing stuff on, and he's one of them. He's really connected to the YouTube and Facebook type things and social media, which is awesome. Um, just like Dale has here. Really glad those two guys are putting some stuff together. Eric, other than listening to me, if I was you, I'd turn me off and just sit there and listen to the silence. That's one of the things I love about where we're at least for now, is just going out and just being in the dark and just listen to the nightlife. I love it. Ah, we'll just move to Missouri. It's legal down there. Sorry, my Missouri guys. I had to. Maybe I should change to Arkansas. We probably got less of them in the chat. So your son's older than you are. Yeah, well, it happens. I don't give a shit what people think. Just bring me some of that fresh seafood. I don't care. Yeah, that's awesome, Jinx. That's awesome. If I ever do get big into coyotes, I probably would. They've actually got trapping classes up in like Wyoming too. I'd love to check them out as well. But uh, another one I'd like to ride with or take instruction from would be Marty Smith. He produces a lot of coyotes, but what I really want to do if I got big into coyotes, I want to learn from someone, is learn from someone who has terrain like I do. A lot of these big coyote trappers are out west. They've got, a ranch that has 10,000 acres. My ground is 300 acres at best. A lot of it's 80s, 160s, stuff like that. And I want to know how you trap with the fence lines and draws versus the big flat, like Kansas, Nebraska territory. So that'd be something that I would take more from a local guy. Bruce Rhodes would be a good one too for that. There's several good coyote guys in Iowa. Tim Anderson, he's putting on a demo at the ITA. I'm looking forward to going to that demo. There's several guys in Iowa that can put up coyote numbers if they want to. That's cool, Blakely's. West Virginia. Eric's still great there. Off the hook. How we doing, bud? Yes, a little bit of a gap, Blakely's. No, Ruger, don't judge me for last night's chat from Jays. Matt Starr, which convention, the Iowa or the National? Yeah, Jenks. Marty really knows this stuff as well. Yeah, Jimmy. So I've met Ed at convention, and granted, he's selling product and stuff, which I understand, but he still took. I don't know. I probably talked to him about 10 minutes, just talk to him, and he took the time to do it too. Uh, I can't say he lost any business because we're chatting, but just some of those guys that have the big name and knowledgeable like that, they don't take the time to talk to the little people. So it's kind of cool that he was just willing just to talk to me one on one as a person. And he didn't know me from Adam, so that's pretty cool. Eric, the ITA, I will be there just the Friday and Saturday, it looks like. Matt, the National Trapper Association is in Lima, Ohio, the 28th through the 30th, if I remember right. It's basically 2 weeks from this last Thursday to today. Yeah, so 28th, 30th, I think. The Iowa Trapping Convention will be the weekend after Labor Day in Washington, Iowa, southeast. Small water. Reef, were you live earlier today? Or earlier, is that what happened? There you go, Jonathan. I think I just answered your question, buddy. You're adopted 8 months old. All right. Nothing wrong with that, buddy. I adopted my boy at 7, so. Which one, Eric? The NTA or the Iowa Trapper Association? Small water. Yeah, Ben. Actually, I had a couple people ask if I was going to be filming my demo for the YouTube, and I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I really don't want to overstep the NTA or the ITA on that matter, so I'm not sure how that would work yet. Minions, then Jurassic. Oh, cool! Off the hook. My wife and daughter went to the Minions one, and they said it wasn't as good as the other one. I've met Liesel Ottercat, but I don't know him really well. Yeah, Blakely's Kendall's a good one. Kendall's a hell of a trapper all around. Pretty amazing the stuff he's done. Jinx, I hope you do. I hope you do, but it'd be a good time. I'm hoping I can meet Kendall a little better this year. You know, I know him, but he's always been pretty busy for me to actually meet him, if that makes sense. Dan, don't acknowledge Reef. Hey, take care off the hook. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Small water. Yeah, well, I'm gonna guess there's many conceptions at drive-in movie theaters. There's probably many at normal movie theaters. uh, Daniel. So Reef Robber invited all of us up there nutria hunting, so it's totally fine. I've never even heard of that movie, Ruger. Pizza Boy, how we doing? Yeah, that's true, Reef. I'll let that slide now, I guess. Nah, you're a good dude. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm gonna have to check my deal. Were you live earlier? Because I did not get a notification for that. Matter of fact, I haven't got a notification for you going live here at all recently. Just kind of dawned on me. I might have to check that out. Not everyone is like me. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Don't judge me, Ruger. Don't judge me. Oh, okay. Well, that's what I thought. You did Mondays, and I thought Boxy always did Sundays. Uh, I am trying to convince, not convince, he wants to do it sometime. Hopefully, we're going to get Dale to go live here before too long. That'd be a trapper education right there for anybody. Having Dale Billingsley go live on YouTube, you could learn a lot from that right there. Small water, COVID closed it still or permanently, like shut it down. That's too bad. Like me in movie theaters. Hey, I shouldn't go into it too much, but I had a lot of firsts in the movie theaters through middle school and early high school. So that's awesome. That's awesome, Ottercat. Small water. Ben, so it's kind of interesting where I'm at. We've got what I call pockets of badgers. Other than about a 1 square mile area, I've never caught a badger in Iowa. But in that 1 square mile, I've caught four and never two in a year. So um, pretty remote for the most part. No, Bill, one thing, or Dale, sorry, Billingsley. Sorry, I drank a little bit too much tonight, I think. But uh, one thing I've learned, and I've often worried about that, kind of like with Reef and Boxy and Trapper J and a few of these other guys, like, I don't, sometimes our lives interact with each other, and it's never intentional, and we kind of all just understand that's how it is. Um, but you just do it, man. Just do it. I'd be willing to help you in any way I can, but I really think you should. The trapping community would really like that. It'd be a good idea. So don't ever worry about messing with anybody else's lives. You know, it's it's tough. I mean, hey, me and Reef have talked about this several times now. It's part of it. And that's something we could do too, Dale. I could start a live, and if you went live an hour after me, I can say, hey, let's go see Dale, and I'll bring everyone from my chat over to yours. That's a good way for people to see you and see what you're talking about. And um, I've done that. Jay's done that to me. Me and Reef have done that, I think, before. It's kind of cool. This whole internet webbing is above my head, that's for sure. All right, Ben, you take care, bud. Yeah, exactly, Blakely. It's exactly. Small water, you caught a bobcat barehanded. I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, Reef. And that's something like I look at Jay's lives, and it's like he's got 100 and some people. It's like the chat's just zooming, and that'd be that'd be way too much for me. The only time I've ever come even close to that, when I do my skinning lives, my wife was trying to keep up with a pretty good chat, and um, but at the same time, I feel like it was very informational, and people wanted to see it too. So uh, it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess. DDT. What is that, Dale? I know we used to have civet cats in Iowa, but I know they're. I've heard they're still here technically, but I've never heard of anyone catching one in a long time. No, Dale, don't worry about it, buddy. You got to do your thing, buddy. And I really think you doing some live sometime would really help people out. See, Reef, I haven't got a notification for your lives in a while. I'm gonna have to look at that when this is all said and done. Thanks, Ruger. I don't know about that, but I don't get too crazy and carried away. I just love talk trapping, guys. That's the whole reason for this. I love talk trapping. I love seeing you guys connect with each other in the chat. Uh, I mean, people asking questions, learning. Trying to think who it was. Flintlock and who the hell else was it? Somebody else realized they're like 15 minutes apart from each other here, like 8 months ago. That's pretty cool. They can make that connection and go trapping together, do whatever they want, go fishing, have a good time. Okay, Dan, I get that. Diamond Dallas Page, Pizza Boy. DDP. Oh, cool, Eric. Awesome. Awesome. That's cool, Matt. That is awesome. Well, thanks, Sugar. I appreciate that, bud. Monday around 6:30. I knew you were Mondays, but I've been so swamped here recently, but I just now realized that I haven't been getting notifications. I'd love to come in there and crash a couple of yours. Oh, thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, no, I can't say it any better, guys. Like trapping is in my blood. And I often tell my wife I was born in the wrong decade because in Iowa back in the 70s and stuff, I mean, it was cutthroat trapping. I mean, people literally like got killed for lines and cutting people off trapping, but I would love to have seen what I could have done in the days of what I would call the real trappers. The guys that made a living off of trapping, the guys that were very cutthroat, very secretive. And I know I wouldn't be to their level, but I do want to see where I'd compare to them. Uh, I know my sets would have to be completely different, very hidden, very discreet, but I would like to see if I tried where I'd fall in with them. Probably towards the bottom of it for sure, but I would want to try. Hey Ruger, I'm all dirt too, but I'm catching raccoons, buddy. Okay, Reef Roberts got a video at 6 on Monday, and then he goes live right after the premiere. Okay, that's good to know, buddy. That wasn't this Monday. 2 Mondays ago, I got one for your video, but I didn't get a live notification. Okay, Dan, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Pizza Boy, exactly. Oh, Reef, give me a break. Reef, we're gonna have to get together sometime these next couple years. I say couple years because it can't be any sooner than that, probably. But I've never flown. I've never been to an ocean, and my wife wants to take me to a beach. I'm sure it's not the warmest of beaches, but you got one out there somewhere. I might have to just bring the whole family out. You can take me fishing and crabbing, and show me what real seafood's like. My wife is huge into Virginia Beach. She loves it. She wants to go back, and I'm hoping I can take her back sometime soon. But they said the seafood on the coast is just so much better than mainland. Uh, Not mainland, middle of the mainland, I guess. I would love to do that sometime, buddy. And don't you give me this bullshit about this. I've noticed that with a lot of people. Like, hey, I didn't see their video notification. Or if I do, it's like a week late. And I've got a lot of people that see my lives, it pops up like a week or two later. And The only thing I can think of is YouTube doesn't like this stuff. Oh yeah, Matt, it was here too. Yep, Frank, exactly. And that's what, people don't understand. Like, fur really was the first one to pioneer America, chasing beaver pelts. I mean, it was before the gold rush and everything else. People don't understand that. Jinx, I love it. Yeah, that's one thing I couldn't do is give up my air conditioning, but that's only because I work in a freezer now. -20, I can't give it up. Nah, just not possible. Not possible anymore. But Mountain Dew I can give up, no problem. I've done pretty well as that. That is awesome, small water. I've never heard of that, but that makes complete sense. Wow, Reef, you are on a roll tonight. Wow. Wow. Better get some boots on. This shit's getting deep. Really, Ruger? Nothing? Yeah, but I don't know if these the crab would like McDonald's because that's probably what I'm made out of. Hilton Head. Pizza Boy, is that out in Virginia Beach? Eric, the fur fur harvesters had a fair sale on beaver. Not great, but they did all right. You know what, Otter Cat? That's a fair trade. I guess depends how you look at it, probably, but that's fair trade. Really, Ruger? I did not know that. St. Louis got started with the fur trade. That's amazing. South Carolina. Justin, you're late, buddy. I'm already too deep, so I apologize. So, in all seriousness, Reef, how far off the coast do you have to go to catch crab? Are you 100 yards from the beach? Do you have to venture out 200, 300 yards, 5 miles, 20? I'm intrigued. Matt Starr, exactly. Trapping really started the travel west. Oh no, Justin, don't worry about catching up. It's all embarrassing. And then Reef showed up and shit just went downhill. Hey Reef, what is your nutrient number for the year? Oh, Kenneth Sears was buying fur for, I think it was later than that. Don't quote me on it, but I know I heard Sears was buying it for a while. Okay, Reef, you're in the bay. I'm doing great. Starting to get kind of that squinty left eye though. I think both of them are, but that's all right. Oh, you actually have a season on them out there, Reef? Okay, interesting. I'm getting so pumped up for trapping, guys. It's not even funny. Just setting my hands playing with those 220s and DPs the other day. It's just, it got my blood flowing. Yeah, Ruger, I've seen plenty of them. So, Dan, what do you have down there, if you don't mind me asking? Um, it Judging by just the line of latitude, I would think you guys would be shearable because that's all Iowa is pretty much is just the shearable. Um, yeah, we're looking at $6 a pound roughly, so about a $10 average. Um, do you guys have better fur down there, maybe on beaver? Just kind of curious. Hey, Tina's back. Matt, okay. Did 1962? Were they still buying fur back then? That's awesome, Jimmy. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Reef. Tina, don't acknowledge him. He's making fun of me. He wants to cut me up, throw me in for the crabs because I'm fat. Pizza boy, I get it. I get it. My 1.5s, and I've played with them and just hit that night latch and snap. And every time I still cringe. Every single time. Yeah, okay. And that's something that's funny too, Dan. I always thought Section 3 when I used to ship through fur harvesters, I'm like, Section 3 in any other fur category means it's tainted, it's rotten, there's something wrong with it. And I was like, I put that up perfectly. What did I do wrong? And for like 3 years I went through fur harvesters, I kept getting Section 3. And I'm like, I'm doing it to the exact shape they tell me to. There's nothing rotten. And then honestly, it wasn't until here about a year ago I realized, Section 3 is the hatter market. That makes sense. Oh man, okay. Wow, Kenneth, that's awesome. You'd win a new car through Sears back then? Well, she's here too, Reef, so she's my friend as well. Just, you're being mean. I've heard that. The southern beaver have a thicker leather. Um, that's crazy. You would think it'd be thicker up here, but that's interesting. Oh, cool, Ruger. Tight chains, how we doing? Tina, you can give him a hard time from time to time on my channel. It's okay. Triple R C9 550. That's awesome, Eric. I'm so glad you're getting after him, buddy. That is so cool. Damn, they fight a lot. Oh, I love doing these lives, guys. I love seeing the interaction. Just having a good time. Yeah, see, and Dale, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would that be? The only reason I could even think of for a heavier leather would be more protection against like insects or insect bites down there. I could be completely wrong, but I'm not sure. That's interesting. Kenneth, Sears stopped buying fur in the 50s. Okay. So about 40 years before I was born. Oh, they're scarred up. Okay. I was gonna say I know our spring beaver gets some scarring, but I hear the talk of scarring a lot, but I've never had a huge problem with it on my line. Yeah, those beaver towards the close to April 15th, I'll have a couple of them have 6 or 7 little bites in them, but nothing crazy. So that's interesting. Oh, cool reef. That would be awesome. And in a little kayak, that'd be a little concerning, especially if it's a beaver. Oh, cool reef. That's awesome. Got on a GoPro. $10, guys. 10 days until the NTA. Well, until I head to the NTA, I guess I should say. Because I'll be headed down there, help all the vendors unload. It's going to be a good show. Yeah, that's true, Dale. That's true. That'd make me feel a little safer, though, Reef. I'll tell you what, you get a 60-pound beaver and I'm in a kayak, I'm pretty nervous because he could flip that thing pretty easy. I didn't even know they locked up. How far south does ice go? That's a good question that I've never asked before. On an average year, how far south does the ice go? I'm gonna say, like, if I went straight down from me, what, Springfield, Missouri, maybe, at the farthest south, or do we go to complete southern Missouri? Ruger trapping goals for this year. To be honest with you, I'm not sure, but I got to get on it. I got to figure something out. Um, since I have a Skinner now officially, uh, I might try to shoot to break my Raccoon goal, but mostly to focus on other things. I want to get some mink and some muskrat and some coyotes and stuff like that. Tina, as far as I know, Nutria do not build dams of any sort. Huh, interesting, Dan. Mark, putting up fur is a whole new concept. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We'll be right back, fellas. Woo! Out of control. Okay. I'm pretty sure southern Iowa almost always freezes up for a little bit. Yeah. So do Nutria not have bank dens, Reef? Oh, really, Blakely's? That's crazy. Shoot, we'll be froze up. What, Dale? Generally by Thanksgiving, we're pretty locked up. Okay, Dale. Perfect. All right, Ty Chains. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. You take care, man. That's crazy, Ottercat. Near Joplin, Missouri. And Mark, that is one thing. So I talk about this a lot about fur handling. Um, it takes it takes time to get the groove of it. You will ruin a lot of fur and get discouraged, but keep pushing through it. Don't stop, because eventually you'll get it, and you'll be so much more thankful once you get it figured out. Jimmy, yeah, up there in South Dakota. I mean, we've had years where we didn't get open water until about 1st of April. Wow, Blakely's, that's crazy. We'll spend, oh shit. Dale's about the same level as me as far as horizontally in Iowa. And yeah, we'll probably spend 3 months out of the year under 30 or close to it. 2 months, 2.5 months. I mean, we'll spend a week at a time where the high is single digits. Oh, Reef, shots fired. I love it. Especially since it's my competition. So, truth comes out that Ottercat traps half the speed of smell, so I should be all right. Man, that's crazy, Blakely's. Really, Dale? Man, that's pretty cold for that far south. Are you still planning your trip, Dale? Down south? What time is it? 10:40. All right, we're not doing too bad then. That's awesome, Dale. Hold on, Ottercat. I'll help you out. Reef, stop it. There you go, Ottercat. I got you. Damn you, Blakely's. Had to go there. Had to go there. That's probably good, Dale. Yeah, one thing I've learned about connections with stuff like this: always stay in contact. At least every couple weeks. It seems like just to touch base, make sure everything's going well. Ruger, your wife sent me an email. We good? Can you see me now? Man, we lost a lot of people. Can you guys see me? Yes? No? You see me? Okay, we're good. Sorry, all of a sudden I started watching my live from the beginning on my phone. It's like, uh-oh. Talented Outdoors, thanks for stopping in. Ottercat, the missus, is at the bar with one of her girlfriends, so kind of hoping she can have a few drinks tonight, and maybe I can capitalize on the opportunity once she falls asleep. No, Reef, no pink shirt. Get out of here. All right. Whew, that was close. Man. 2 of these are going to do me in tonight. Yeah, Blakely's, that's the best opportunity. Jesse, how we doing? We're doing good on this end, buddy. Brent, that was pretty cool actually. So my wife got 3rd place for the Iowa State Fair logo for this year for her design. It's pretty awesome. I should say her and a coworker's design. Her coworker told her a few ideas, and then my wife put it on paper and modified a few things. It's pretty cool. She got 3rd place for it, so pretty awesome. She's doing really good with like her graphic design, the stuff with her schooling, what she's coming up with now is pretty amazing. And she graduates in 40 days, guys. I think 39 now, maybe. But it's coming right up, so she's pretty pumped to be done with it. I'm ready for her to be done with it. Should be a good time. Dale, thanks for stopping in. You take care of yourself, buddy, and we'll stay in touch. Reef, that's awesome. I appreciate it, buddy. I really do. I'm sure she does as well. It's pretty cool. I mean, just for her going to school for graphic design and being considered in the top, what was it, 5 or 6? It was pretty amazing. So, yeah, Ruger, absolutely not. Why would you do that? Cat food. Cat food's all you need. That's it. Hey, Otter Cat, you know what's funny is when I shave this off, I have the tendency to look Amish. That's why I don't do it anymore. All I need to do is start wearing black and dress clothes, and pretty soon I'll look like Reef. Jesse, I won't say it's coming on good right now. I'm still working on a few lyrics to give to him. I didn't quite have enough for him the other day, so I'm working on things. I'm not a musician by any means. He is. He's phenomenal at it, but for me to come up with lyrics in my head and hear them in a song, I just can't do. He's great at it. I just got to get him more stuff. So I'm working on that. I'm still trying to work on my NTA of how I'm going through my demo to make sure I don't look like an idiot at the NTA for my demo. But I'm trying to do that and work on lyrics, and it's just it's tough. It's tough. Justin, how we doing? I was just talking about you earlier. I'm going to be riding out there with you, and you're giving me 10 cents a mile for me to ride with you. That's pretty cool. I appreciate it. Fish on Trapper Pete. Oh, yeah, buddy. We're doing great tonight. Not so much in 6 hours when I got to wake up for work, but that's all right. No, Ruger gas. Have you seen the price of hay? It's not much better. Oh, cool, Justin. Had a bonfire at the family. That's awesome. Justin, I didn't even know you left, man. What the hell? Family first, buddy. Always. Was it on YouTube, Otter? I don't remember. I don't get on my YouTube, like, what is it called, studio very often to see comments. I should more, but Mennonite. So you can use electricity, you just can't own it. Perfect. So whose boat are you taking out to the freaking into the ocean? Yeah, I hope so, Jesse. I'm pretty shaken up about it, but I'll be all right. Hey, Justin. Don't start with that celebrity bullshit. I've had enough of that this last week. Wow, Eric. Shots fired. Nah, you can't own it, Reef. If you're a Mennonite, you can't own it. You can just play with it. It's kind of like strip club. Yeah, Triple R, Lima, Ohio, the 28th through the 30th. Oh yeah, Justin, we're good, buddy. I just two of these might have been a little much tonight. But I love it. We're talking about trapping. We're having a good time. Man, I'm pumped up. And like I was telling them, Justin, like this NTA, this is what's going to get me fired up for season. And you know what I'm talking about when you walk into that building and you just smell baits and lures and like I think it's the grease off of the traps. Like the traps themselves, if you get a bunch of traps, get 5 dozen traps and you can smell them. I think it's the grease off them. Man, it excites me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ottercat, if I sing that song, I would probably instantly lose 1,000 subscribers. My singing voice isn't what it used to be ever since I was born. So, Justin, that's like, oh, as soon as I walk into that building, it's like, yep, let's do this. Man, thanks. Oh, I love it. And literally, I can walk around these booths at the NTA or the ITA. Literally, if any of you saw me at the ITA last year, or towards the NTA, I walked around. I probably went into every single building 50 times in 3 days. No joke. There's always things to see. There's always things to do. There's always people to meet. And that's the best thing about these conventions. Yeah, there's deals. There's great things available. But the people that you meet and the conversations you get to overhear, the people you get to talk to and introduce yourself to is phenomenal. And I'll tell you what, for me, being someone that loves to trap, I'm very passionate about it. Other than you guys right now, which these last 2 years have been awesome because of this. I've been able to kind of vent and talk to you guys about trapping. But before that, there was nothing. I might send a text here or there to somebody about trapping, but I had nobody like to get involved with trapping with. And that's what these conventions were. It's like, hey, we've got 500 people in here of the same mindset that I do right now. Let's do this. And that is phenomenal. I cannot tell you how amazing that is. That's awesome, Eric. Oh, Justin, that's exciting. Ruger, no, I get it, but it's so worth it. A little mink to it, Jimmy. Oh yeah. Yeah, Justin, hell, I don't give a shit. As long as it's not, we can leave anytime after 11 o'clock Monday. As long as it's not before that, because I'm going to spend the last night with my family, stay up with them and see them as much as possible before I take off. But yeah, I'm good to go. I'll probably, to be honest with you, I probably won't go to sleep. I'll probably just stay up and meet you here. That sounds good to me. Oh, I'll bet you do, Blakely's. How amazing's what, Reef? Are you talking to Blakely's? I love it. I love the smell. Yeah, Justin, exactly. It's just, there's something about that aroma. Yeah, some people freak out, but man, I love it. I love it. Eric, my wife won't go to my shop, period. Except for the few times I've bribed her into filming for me. So, Justin, you show up here at about 1. What time's this put us out there? About 1 p.m., roughly? Oh, no, Reef, you're good, buddy. You're good, man. No, I'm not worried about it at all. Matt Starr, you better be at Lima, bud, if you're only 4 hours out. To be honest with you, I plan to go, if I can, I will go to every single NTA event from here on out. Just because I love the atmosphere. It's amazing. Yeah, Justin. I'm sure it'll take a few wrong turns. I got to call my hotel room too and make sure I got the right days. I looked at the confirmation email. It's like, yeah, you've reserved rooms. Okay, what's the date? Because I don't remember. I did it back in like March. I'm sure it'll be easier to get days before the convention versus during the convention. So, but yeah, I'm planning on Tuesday if that still works. Well, Tuesday night, me staying in the hotel room. So yeah, I'm planning on it. I remember you saying that in one of your lives, Reef. Justin, cool. That's once again, I'm on your way there. So just you swing by and pick me up. It'll work great. Oh shoot. Yeah, Blakely's. That's a trip. Ottercat. So I won't be leaving as early. I'll still be leaving early. So a situation with that, which I feel bad about. My wife's best friend gets married Saturday. I think the wedding's at 5. Reception starts at 7. For me to make the reception, which I was planning to, I would need to leave the NTA at 9, 10. Not really possible. Plus, they're going on a big trip through, I don't know. They're doing a bunch, big party bus type thing for the party, the wedding party. Um, so now I'm not leaving that early. But since she's doing that, I still have to pick up my kids because they're staying at my in-laws. So I think I have to pick them up when I get home, which I'm planning on around 10 p.m. picking them up, which means I need to leave Lima around noonish, maybe 1. That's something I'll talk to Justin with a little bit too. We don't have to leave as early right away, but I still have to leave at a decent time Saturday. So uh, it's frustrating, but I have to work Sunday no matter what. So I have to be at work at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Oh, she should, Eric. Absolutely, she should. Nick, how we doing, buddy? Welcome to the chat, bud. Coon prices are not looking good, man. I do not expect them to be any better next year, especially with all the turmoil over in Ukraine and Russia and all that BS. I don't see it going any better, but I could be wrong. Oh, Matt, yeah, you better be there. You better be there. Stop by the A&J Skinning Machines booth, and I want to meet you, buddy. Well, Blakely's, I'm a lot closer than Justin is. He's about 2 hours from me, so it depends what route we take. If we go through southern or the south side of Chicago, please don't do that. Please don't. I think I'm about 9 hours, but if we go down south, which we should do because it's safer, it's closer to 10 for me. So yeah, I don't blame you, Blakely's. You know what I'm looking forward to the most, Justin? When we load up on Saturday, I can be like, home, Jenkins. And you're going to take me right home. It's going to be great. Dan, to an extent, yes. They still got quite a bit of backed up. Ruger, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Not really sure what to expect. But what I do know is I averaged over $10 on all my markets from last year, and I'm working on even more and better markets for this year. Potentially huge markets for this year. If everything were to work out great, I'm going to average, if everything worked out perfectly the way I want to, I'd average probably about $18 to $19 a raccoon. You shut up, guy. But we'll see. Everything has to work out perfect, but I'm always working on markets. And that's what people don't get. Like, yeah, fur's crap, the fur market's terrible, this and that. There's so much more here, guys. You got the skulls, the feet, you've got glands. I mean, even just the tail. You can sell the tail if you skin it out as a keychain, if you get it tanned. I mean, there's so much stuff here. Reef. Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, you're right. I don't blame you, Blakely's. Justin, we're not going through Chicago. Perfect. I appreciate that. Ottercat, I never should have shared that story, but I am that person that overshares everything. So all the bullshit that I do, you guys see too. So I hide nothing. I have no secrets, guys. Whether it's trapping, life, I am what I am. This is what you get. You get a guy that works a 50-hour work week on average, that does any side hustle he can to make money to trap, and just loves to be outside. So this is what you get, for better or worse. Here we are. No, Eric, it's not great. Ruger, I'm going to block you, you son of a... All right, Justin, so we're going to do this the dodgeball way. If I'm driving, I've got to be blindfolded. I just feel safer. I don't want to tense up if I hit something. Yeah, Dan. Yeah, absolutely. The penis bone, the balcom, as I call it, I guess. I'll tell you what, Reef, that's what I should do. I'll cut the sleeves off that son of a bitch and I'll just wear it. I don't care. No, the hell if it is, Justin. I won't do that. Jason, thank you for sharing that. Back to trapping a little bit. I have a video on Facebook about that. I really need to keep a dog-proof trap in here. I've had them where I've caught them, and they'll swing that trap to the end and hit a tree. And if those levers are on the side of the tree that they're pulling against, they'll compress that spring just enough. I mean, it's literally a quarter to an eighth of an inch. If they compress it that much, they will be able to pull out of that. It does not take much pressure on those springs for them to release. Trust me, I know, because I release a lot of small coon and dog proofs, and I use the butt of my 177 air rifle. And as soon as I put that on the spring, I'll position it, set it on the spring, and that right there, and they're gone. If they're pulling at all, they're gone. It happens a lot more than people think. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Jason, you're probably in some of the neck of the woods that I am as far as that quality of raccoon. We got some pretty good ones. Reef, you got to stop with this famous shit. I get so much crap for that. And Corey, that's 100% your choice. I respect that. For me, I do not want to harvest an animal that I'm not going to use to the fullest potential that I can. This year's going to change because I have a lot better skull market, it sounds like. Especially for possum, so I'll be keeping every possum I catch. But for me, I used to love. That's how I released everything out of my dog proofs. Is if I had even a big coon that had a big rub on its back or something, that's not worth me harvesting. So I'd take that butt of the gun, and I would kind of twist it. I would find that dog proof, and I'd use the butt to twist it so the springs were up, and just give a quick little, and he's gone. It worked great. Reef, I think I'm at 4,600. Aren't I? I don't even know what I'm at right now. There you go. Ottercat's happy. You're so perverted. Ruger picking my teeth all the way there. Oh, okay, I got you now. Oh, really? I thought that. Wow. Yeah, Blakely's. I get that. Thing is, like, and you guys, it doesn't bother me at all. But I am no different than any single person out there. I just love to trap, and I've put maybe more heart and time into trapping than some. But there's some that put a lot more heart and passion into trapping than I have. But I love to trap. I still have to have a family that I come home to every single night trapping season that I have to take care of. I'm about as blue collar as it gets, guys. I mean, literally my gas money right now is any side hustle I can come up with. It's just I don't know. I don't do this to ever become somebody, and I don't ever plan to become somebody. I just want to have fun trapping, and I want to share, and I want to help anybody I can. That's why I started. I'm hosting the one of the Iowa DNR trapper education classes. And that's the first time I've actually said that. I want to help any way I can. And they weren't even going to have one in the county where I grew up in, but I said, "Hey, I'll throw it. I'll I'll buy a bunch of pork butts and we'll make pulled pork. I'll throw $500 to this. If we can get another 25, 30 people educated on trapping, let's do it. That's all I care about. I want to be able to do this so that my kids can do it, my grandkids can do it, anybody can do this years down the road." Probably doesn't for you, Kat. No, Justin, I'm scared shitless of heights. You just don't know it. Corey, I'll be buying a few, but not many. I'm pretty set right now. Oh, yeah. Reef, you know what? Coming from an Amish guy, I'm going to accept that. Ruger, you son of a bitch. Oh, shit. SS Outdoors. Boy, you picked a hell of a time to come in here, bud. Exactly, Jason. And that is, if you're having fun and you're loving what you're doing, that is all that matters. That is it. There's nothing separating me from that guy that wants to go out and catch 10 coon and he does it versus me with what I do. I'm on a bigger scale, but we have the same love, we have the same desire, and we go out and have fun doing it. And that right there is all that matters. Period. As soon as the fun is completely gone in it, there's no reason to do it. As long as the fun is there, but the money might not be, we still do it. We still bash fish. We still turkey hunt. We still deer hunt. We still have bass fishermen have what, $40,000 in a freaking boat, and they still go out and do it and just release the fish. We still deer hunt. We can spend $2,000 a year on food plots and stands and cameras and everything else to go out and kill a deer. $2,000 buy you. I mean, according to Justin told me $2,000 will buy 2 whole beefs off him. I'm kidding. But it's just like we put so much time and energy into stuff outside of trapping, and people look at it as only money for trapping, and it's so wrong. People, yeah, Blakely's, you're quite a ways from most, because you're kind of right there in the central of Missouri. You're kind of out there in the middle of nowhere, buddy. S&S just got done with work. I should probably head to bed here soon. I gotta be up in about 5.5 hours for work, so. That's awesome, Reef. That is awesome. Oh, cool, Jason. That is sweet. That is awesome. We're gonna take 2 whole beefs then. Oh yeah, you're way down there then. Yeah, I forgot about that, Justin. Yeah, at the Fur Bears Unlimited banquet, an out-of-state any sex deer license went for $23,000. That's insane. Well, guys, we're gonna have to cut it short. Tonight's been awesome. This is probably one of my better lives. I love this. I gotta finish this right here for you guys. and we better get to bed. But this has been awesome. I love this. Thanks, Jason. It's going to be fun. All right, guys. You have a good night. And we might do one next week. But we might not do one. I might do one with Justin on our drive to the NTA. Next weekend is going to be my last weekend with the family for a while. So might just hang out with them. But I'll get with Justin while he's driving, and I'll just pick at him and do a live. And I love fucking with him, so it's all good. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you stopping in. I love doing this. This has scratched the trapping itch, just talking to you guys, watching you guys interact, and asking questions, and I love it. This is why I do this. So thank you guys so much. We're out of here, and boy, I'll tell you what. We're 10 days till headed to Lima. This is going to be awesome. Take care, guys. We'll see you later.